It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. And it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Etienne up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he'll get this up past the 40. It's a pickup of 6. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Richardson back to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Richardson out of the shotgun. Eluding the pressure. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They go play action with Lawrence. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Lawrence will throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Lawrence. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Richardson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll get this one complete there with Pittman. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 44 yards. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
From the 31, here's a second down and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Richardson. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They juked him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Richardson off the play fake. That is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Taylor. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup. 2nd
and goal from the 1. Here's Taylor again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9.
Let's get in there, Giants.
Down, second and right at a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down at a yard. Straight ahead, Etienne. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Lawrence to throw. On the slant, he finds Washington.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion. Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain.
What's it lock in?
Now.
It's up.
They'll throw here right sideline.
Incomplete. Yeah, I'm gonna start announcing this. I'm the announcer now, bro.
They're going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the
Minute
same
and
page
2
right
seconds
now,
left on the
because
clock.
they're going to
Second
try to
and
get
10.
several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Trevor Lawrence with the ball.
Throw left
Complete.
side, complete to
Sideline.
Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
He does not get out of
As they
bounds.
get it
They
with under a
have to
minute
call a
to go
timeout.
now in the football game.
56 seconds left on the clock. Now it's a 3rd and 1 at the 3-yard line. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 3 yards away from a game-tying touchdown.
Here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Trevor Lawrence throws, caught, touchdown, Jacksonville.
So they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Extra point coming up.
Continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
It's a tie game. It's out. It's good. 28-28 here in Indianapolis. 53 seconds left on the clock.
This
Joe
one
Flacco.
all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here.
He'll bring it out
Well, now how about
to
this
30.
return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this
Richardson
defense
has
might be
been
about ready to
pretty
wave the
decent
white
today.
flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just
48 seconds on the
processes
clock.
things so
Can this
quickly
be the
and makes a
game-winning
great read
drive?
seemingly
All they
every
need is a
time.
field goal.
That's
Complete
to
to
Pierce.
sideline for
And he
6
gets this
yards.
up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, so the clock will stop. Indianapolis still has all 3 timeouts. Jacksonville also has 2 timeouts if they need to use them.
Now 2nd and 4. Richardson to throw it.
Richardson up in the air. He's going for the end zone. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd
He
down.
went for it all on one play.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter
It
stuff.
seemed a
and try
little
to get
too
in the
early.
field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
3rd and 4 now.
Here's Richardson.
Throws it over the middle.
He's got his
Complete. Timeout, Indianapolis.
First of their timeouts.
All the way to the 45-yard line.
With 35 seconds left to go.
A great play from Indianapolis.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute.
This would be a
It's 1st and 10
pretty
now.
tough field goal, so they do want more yards here.
Richardson.
Complete
That was
sideline.
Pierce right side.
Nice gain.
After taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd down and 3. Running straight ahead.
They'll use a run. He hurdles a guy.
Inside the 35 now at the 34-yard
He's in
line.
for the first
Now
down.
the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their
He's
timeouts.
into a good range
Now
for Matt
just
Gay, the
one
Colts
remaining
kicker.
in this 4th
Timeout by the
quarter.
Colts. 27 left on the clock.
Here's 1st down. They go to the ground
Here's
again
another
with
run.
Taylor. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
At this
What they do
stage, you
here,
gotta hustle, gotta
clock
get back to
is
the line of
ticking.
scrimmage 'cause you're saving that timeout
They
to make sure you
call
have
a
a chance to get your
timeout.
kicker out there for the big shot.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds.
You know if I like this play
remaining
by
on
the
the clock.
Colts here. 16 seconds left on the clock. What are they going to do? just
This
wasted
one
all
no
our
doubt
timeouts.
important for Matt
Here
Gay.
comes the field goal.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
Jacksonville trying to
That'll leave them with
ice the
just one
kicker.
remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to
Winning
almost
field goal. Here we
certainly
go.
win the football game.
It's up.
And Gay knocks this one through.
It's good.
And the sideline celebrates as
The
they have
Colts
taken
are
the
gonna
lead
take a
in
lead
the final
by
minute.
3.
So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have
13
the
seconds
intended
left on the
effect.
clock.
I've known kickers that take
What
it
can
into the
Jacksonville
front.
now do?
And there he says, "You think you're gonna rattle me? Think again."
After the
That
main
was not
field
tough.
goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
It's going to be a touchback. Out to the 30-yard line. Here we go. They have one timeout left. Maybe trying to ice the kicker wasn't such a great idea. Lawrence over the middle. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Target yard line to 39-yard line. That is a long ways away from where we're at now.
Because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which
Here we
side
go.
can
This
stay
could be
home
the
and assert
game-winning
its will
play.
over the other.
Or the game-losing play.
Back to throw.
Trevor Lawrence steps back in the pocket. He's going to get sacked. They'll have to use their final timeout. And now they have to set up a Hail Mary for the end zone. That's a loss of 3 yards. That's probably going to be game over. Maybe some laterals. What are the Jacksonville Jaguars going to do?
A final shot now for Lawrence.
They go for Hail Mary, but he's hit as he throws. Game is going to be over. The Indianapolis Colts are going to win.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end.
Colts are going to be 11-5.
They were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't
Jacksonville
get it done.
Jaguars won the first game against the Colts,
Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far
but
out
they're
to get a
not
decent look
going
in
to
the
win
end
the
zone for that
second.
last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.